हेलो स्टूडेंट्स। आज मैं आपके लिए एक और नया इंटरेस्टिंग वीडियो लेके आई हूँ, दैट इज़ द यूजेस ऑफ रिएजेंट। यूजेस ऑफ रिएजेंट, दीज आर द क्वेश्चन इज आस्किंग इन अ theory exam, MSBT practical exam for the viva purpose, and in MSBT MCQ exam also. These all reagent is used for the practical purpose, specially limit test, and one of the is for the titration. There are so many reagents used for the practicals, but the question asking on the some reagents repetitively. So I will decide to prepare the video on that. So let's start the video for the uses of reagent. Our first reagent is silver nitrate, which is used in chloride limit test. So the question asking in that, use of the silver nitrate in a chloride limit test. So the answer is silver nitrate react with the chloride to form a silver chloride, and this reaction is occurred in the presence of nitric acid, which is observed in a white opalence. Opalence is like a cloudy nature, or which white opalence will be observed. So the white opalence indicate the presence of chloride impurity in the given pharmaceutical sample. So silver nitrate help to identify the chloride impurity. It is important. Next reagent is our barium chloride. Barium is chloride is used in a sulfate limit test. In that, barium chloride react with the sulfate in the presence of dilute HCl to form a barium sulfate, and which is observed in a white turbidity. Turbidity is again like a cloudy appearance. So the turbidity indicate that the presence of sulfate impurity in the given sample. So we called as barium chloride help to identify the sulfate impurity. Our next reagent is thioglycolic acid. Thioglycolic acid is used in a iron limit test. So in the iron limit test, thioglycolic acid react with the iron in the presence of dilute ammonia and citric acid to form a ferrous thioglycolate complex, which is observed in purple color. Here, the dilute ammonia and citric acid forming ammonium citrate buffer, which stabilize the ferrous thioglycolate complex. Again, there is one question is asking that what is the use of ammonium citrate buffer. So ammonium citrate buffer is alkaline in nature and which stabilize the ferrous thioglycolate complex, which observed in purple color. So here the purple color indicate the presence of iron impurity. So we called as the thioglycolic acid made of ferrous thioglycolate complex, which observed in purple color, and purple in color indicate the iron impurity in the given pharmaceutical sample. Our next question or the next use of reagent is hydrogen sulfide. Hydrogen sulfide is used in a heavy metal. So hydrogen sulfide is react with the heavy metal to form a sulfides of metal. There are so many metals like cobalt, nickel, iron, copper. So the sulfide it forming a metal, then which is observed in a brown precipitate. So here the brown precipitate indicate the presence of heavy metal impurity in the given sample. So hydrogen sulfide help to identify the metal impurity. Our next reagent is lead acetate cotton plug in arsenic limit test. Here lead acetate cotton plug means we having a lead acetate solution and surgical cotton. We dip the cotton in a lead acetate solution for 5 minutes and then let it dry. So it forming a lead acetate cotton plug. The cotton plug is insert in arsenic limit test apparatus tube, and then it is used for it prevent the formation of black stain on a mercury chloride paper produced by the sulfidal impurity which are present in zinc. सो आर्सेनिक लिमिट टेस्ट एपरेटस का पूरा डायग्राम और उसका मैकेनिज्म मैं डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स के लिंक्स में आपको प्रोवाइड करूंगी. आप उसमें देख लेना कि लीड एसिडेट कॉटन प्लग हम कैसे इंसर्ट करते हैं इन आर्सेनिक लिमिट टेस्ट एपरेटस में. सो जब रिएक्शन फॉर्म होती है देन आर्सिन गैस इज ट्रैवल टू द ट्यूब. वो आर्सिन गैस के साथ जो सल्फाइडल इम्प्योरिटी पास होती है दैट विल बी अ फॉर्मिंग अ ब्लैक स्टेन ऑन मर्क्यूरी क्लोराइड पेपर. दैट इम्प्योरिटी इज प्रिवेंटेड बाय द लीड एसिडेट कॉटन प्लग. सो लीड एसिडेट क्या करता है, फॉर्मेशन ऑफ ब्लैक स्टेन ऑन अ मर्क्यूरी क्लोराइड पेपर इट विल बी अ प्रिवेंट और विच इज occurred by the sulfidal impurity present in a zinc. Our next reagent is the stannous chloride. It is again a part of arsenic limit test. So the stannous chloride, which is used in a small quantity with the hydrochloric acid, ensure the rapid reaction between acid and zinc. So stannous chloride जब वो acid में dissolve होता है, which increase the rate of reaction of acid and zinc, and there is a steady evolution of hydrogen gas, that is H2 gas. Next, how the nascent hydrogen is formed in arsenic limit test. The arsenic limit test is very important, and in that the nascent hydrogen is formed for the manufacturing of formation of arsine gas. So how the nascent hydrogen is formed? The reaction between the zinc and hydrochloric acid to form a nascent hydrogen. So use of mercury chloride paper in a arsenic limit test. Here also it is a arsenic limit test. So the arsine gas react with the mercury chloride paper to form a mercuric arsenide, which is observed in yellow stain. So the yellow stain indicate the presence of arsenic impurity in the given sample. So mercury chloride paper is very useful to indicate the yellow color, and yellow color indicate the arsenic impurity in the given sample. Next reagent is the potassium iodide. It convert, that is the potassium iodide convert hydroiodic acid in the presence of hydrochloric acid, which reduces unreacted pentavalent arsenic to the trivalent arsenic. So the potassium iodide, it is a convert pentavalent arsenic to the trivalent arsenic. Next question, it is related for the assay of boric acid, and it is very important question. It is asked in a theory exam also. Why glycerin is used in a assay of boric acid? So the boric acid is a very weak acid to be titrated against the strong alkali like a sodium hydroxide. So glycerin is added to form a glyceroboric acid complex, which act as a strong monobasic complex. So the glycerin is added. तो glycerin increase the acidity of the boric acid. सो थैंक यू स्टूडेंट. इस तरीके से और भी रिएजेंट के यूजेस वाला जो वीडियो है मैं लेके आऊँगी आपके लिए. थैंक यू.